Well, I guess there aren't. But there used to be one guy who used to hang out in your lives, right, Courtney? Like Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, Bo, he hates me because I do
Yeah.
Christmas.
So it's become the MMA of theology, which is kind of a great thing because nowadays to really hold on to a primitive belief, it's like it's impossible. But you can hop into a live and really see if you know what you're talking about.
Primitive is basically sheltered, is what you mean.
Yeah, sheltered. Sheltered.
Okay.
Now, mind
I would
you,
agree with that.
orthodoxy lives in that realm.
Not really.
Because of this, I mean, supposed prohibition on proselytizing, why do you think that the average Jewish person who comes up on any lives knows nothing about Judaism? Nothing. You know, I mean, he can't debate it all. Like, all he knows, but even if they're religious, I mean, they give over this untested form of Judaism. No, they're in an echo chamber, essentially. When you never have to speak to people who disagree with you much, you're never going to be able to sharpen your theology, and I mean, you just end up believing the dumbest things, baseless things. So proselytizing keeps you fresh. Look, by the simple fact that I go up here and I take Orthodox Judaism, or my rendition of Orthodox Judaism, against every other religion, means that I have that much experience. It helps me sharpen my approach. But if I only talk to Orthodox Jews and then I try to come up and argue with a Messianic or a Muslim or something, of course it's going to sound primitive. Of course it's going to sound silly. So proselytizing helps both sides. It helps the people that you're reaching out to, but it helps you be able to respond and give a well put together answer, right? Not to mention that you get your beliefs challenged, which is a great thing because you start thinking like, why do I believe that? And where does it say that? I mean, I know we believe it. I was on Ash's live, and then there's the South African guy who came up, and then he's like, most of these guys who are new to Judaism, they'll stand on very basic principles like, oh, I disagree with something the Rambam says in the 13 principles. Well, you're just a heretic. Well, I think the word heretic has lost its strength on social media because I think people are realizing that it's not a real status. I mean, heretic just means that you're saying something that their movement doesn't like, but it's not that it's necessarily wrong. It's like, how dare, I mean, it's a form of demagoguery. Like, ooh, how dare you say that? But it's not that it's not there or that portion of the Bible can be understood like that. I don't think any of that exists anymore. Seriously, like in serious camps online, because apologists are like well-weathered. We've heard most of the arguments, and it doesn't matter what you believe. It only matters what you can defend. And I would say that these primitive ideas, i.e. mainline ideas, are no longer defensible. There are more forms of Christianity and Judaism floating around online that could debate traditional forms of orthodoxy. There's no point in labeling yourself a Calvinist, an Orthodox, or a Chabad, because some people are like, I'm this and I'm going to die this. This no longer exists, you know, and thank God for social media because of that. Well, go ahead.